going on, guys? Justin here, AmericanMuscle.com. And yes, if the sign did not give it away, we are at the 2023 SEMA show here in Las Vegas. Really pumped because to me, this is going to be the year of the 2024 Mustangs, right? Just don't know how many are going to be out here. The car is still relatively new, just came out, so that means aftermarket support might be a bit limited, but if there's any one place there will be aftermarket parts for the new Mustang, it will be at the SEMA show. So let's go see if we can find some 2024 Mustangs and some other cool stuff that you guys might enjoy as well. Come on. We're walking through the SEMA floor here. Had to come visit my buddies at Ford Performance. Here it is in the flesh for the first time, the FP800S concept. 2024 Mustang, obviously, as you can see here, but get a look under the hood, guys. There it is, the Gen 6. It's a 3-liter Whipple. They're still incorporating the dual airbox design. Really radical inlet looking setup there. Let's take a closer look at some of the other car. Vapor blue, but it looks white in the video. These are actually battleship gray colored wheels. Sounds interesting. It is interesting, but they look great. Trofeo R's, as you can see here, off the Dark Horse. Really digging the graphics package here on this particular car. As you can see, we got the nice bright red Brembos really popping on the Vapor blue. Now, one thing you'll notice with this car is that Ford Performance put a lot of these dry carbon parts all over it. I love it. I dig that really cool stripe. Sometimes it's the subtle differences that really make an impact. I really like that. Talking about that dry carbon some more, get a look-see of this. So Dark Horse inspired wing with the gurney flap, like that. We also have a deck lid panel on there. Again, I really think that just improves the rear end of these cars 100%. Massive tips. Look at these things. They look like 5-inch tips, guys. Very cool stuff there. So there you go. Got another 2024 Mustang here in the Anderson Composites booth. Not just any 24. This is actually a Dark Horse with some carbon goodies on it. So let's take a closer look. First and foremost, guys, if you know Anderson Composites, you know they really specialize in quality carbon goodies, including this hood right here. Fitment's dead on. They even implemented the carbon vent as well. Big fan of that. The dark ember color just looks really nice here underneath their lighting in the booth. Friends from Forgestar supplied the wheels. They look really sharp here as well. They actually have some Ford Performance carbon goodies as well, including the front chin here. They have the gloss covers. We saw kind of like the dry carbon on the FP800S in Ford Performance's booth, but the gloss stuff obviously works here really well. Big fan of the black roof with kind of the paint body, of course. There's those Forgestars again. Coming back to the spoiler, again, Dark Horse spoiler, all carbon. MagnaFlow supplied the exhaust here, if you can take a look. Even got some carbon going on with those tips there as well. Really big fan of this color, period. But then you throw in some carbon goodies, you throw in some really sick wheels from Forgestar, and just a real showstopper here in the Anderson Composites booth. Ran across my friends here at Air Designs at the SEMA show. Had to check out their 2024 EcoBoost that they brought, so let's check it out together, shall we? All right, guys, so as you can see, it is an EcoBoost, but they really have done some stuff to the front end to toughen it up. First and foremost, just really digging the combination of the grille and some of their lower chin parts here. Again, EcoBoost, it's a good looking car, it just needs a little bit more muscle, and well, Air Design did that. Forgiato wheels here, really big fan of the polished slip with the yellow. We've got some MGP caliper covers on there as well, like the graphics package. You can see we have quarter window scoops on it. They're unique roof scoop here, or spoiler I should say. I like the staggered fitment on the Forgiatos. Coming back, you can see they also have their Air Design spoiler here in black. Big fan of this. Once this car came out, the rear end obviously was kind of polarizing for a lot of people, but I think once people started putting deck lid panels on them, kind of started changing their minds, especially when it works well with the taillight section here. As you can see, we have the Ford Performance bi-Borla exhaust, rear valance as well. Just a really good looking car. It really, toughened up the 4-banger Mustang here. And I've said it once, I'll say it again, I really do dig these cars in yellow, and Air Design did a great job. You guys want to see what it would look like if my daughter painted my car? Here you go. Stumbled across my first bagged S650 here at the show. It has a Dark Horse badging on it, so bagged Dark Horse. There's a first for everything. But here you go, carbon accents, which I really like. One of the things about the Dark Horse, it usually has just kind of like plastic there. As you can see, you got some gloss carbon accents going on. Smoked headlights, I like that. Never mind the splatter paint here, of course, but as you can see, the thing is absolutely laid out. You got kind of that Tiffany blue Brembo package going on with the splatter paint. Again, there's your Dark Horse badging right there. Definitely different. It's come on the back, a lot of carbon stuff going on here. Addition to the handles, got more of a carbon spoiler, carbon deck lid panel, and then that looks like the MagnaFlow X-Mod exhaust. So different for sure, right? You know, we couldn't come to SEMA and not catch up with our boy Vaughn Gittin Jr. here, talking about 2024 Mustang stuff. What you can see behind me now are a couple of the demo cars. It's Chelsea's obviously with the yellow livery. There's Vaughn's, of course. You know, they got some of the RTR stuff happening. In addition to the illuminators under the hood, a little centrifugal blower action, but they're also doing something else very cool here as well. But they're actually transforming a stock 2024 Mustang into an RTR creation. All right, there you go, guys. So what you're looking at obviously is a car under the knife currently. They're gonna be transforming this otherwise stock S650 to a Spec 2 RTR, as you can see right here. And see the entire thing transform in a day or two is pretty gnarly. So that's off to these guys, man. All right, guys, so you know it's SEMA, it's 2023. There's gonna be some EV stuff, right? And I know what you're thinking, but just hear me out. This is pretty cool. This is actually a new Edge in the Tremec booth. Tremec, obviously, we all know legendary transmissions, but this is something they're working on here. 500 horsepower. The engine itself, or the motor, I should say, weighs about 150 pounds. And it's different, right? So here you go. Let's show you the car a little bit more. So, you know, great range, 140 plus mile an hour, about 500 horsepower. No 2-valve in there, that's for sure. But, you know, battery pack just to keep the weight management, you know, engine as if the engine was up front. Motor itself is obviously underneath. We'll give you a better look at the motor over here. So here you go. This is what kind of where the magic happens. It's about 140, 150 pounds. Almost looks like a transmission in a way. But yeah, this thing's cranking out almost 500 horsepower. So I promise that's the only EV Mustang I will show you at this year's show, all right? One of the cars that was on my must-see list here at the 2023 SEMA show this year was from the guys at Ruffian. Now check this thing out. It's a gnarly 1967 Mustang Fastback. Kind of a nod to the old Shelby Cobras as we get a badass look at this badass machine. So again, 1967 Fastback. The nose has been lowered, I think, about an inch or two. You got the very kind of Shelby-esque scheme here with the number dot on the hood there. Similar hood scoop as well. Even though the car looks wider, it's only really because of the flares. They didn't physically widen the car itself. They did give it a little bump with the flares. The scoops down here give it a little bit more girth. And then, of course, you got the center lock Shelby American wheels there. Under the hood, a 364 cubic inch based off of 289 with the stacks. This thing's got to just sound amazing at full song. It's actually a Porsche green color, but it looks really good with the bronze wheels. Obviously, we got the side exhaust down there. Look at this, man. I mean, this is a work of art. That shifter in there, the dash. You know, look at that rear end. Look how sick that thing is, man. You see, instead of the Mustang, they got Ruffian now. Not to be outdone, there's a Galaxy right next door that looks pretty sick as well, but this thing is what I am all about. Oh, that stick, the nice bronze offset for the roll cage here as well. And then, you know, like just little details like the little mirrors. I'm really a huge fan of these wheels. Then coming back to the front to get a better look at this thing. There it is, guys. A 1967 Ruffian Mustang. All right, guys, so we're in the Optima Challenge booth here, I guess you can call it. All kinds of crazy stuff going on, but I'm gonna show you a string of cars that have entered the Optima Ultimate Street Car Challenge. Basically a gauntlet of things for street cars, including a lot of road course stuff. So here we go, enough of that. Ready? The Shelby GT500, S550 on a pretty gnarly square setup. Looks like we got a blower on that, centrifugal. Spin you around. Look at this Fox body, man. This thing is absolutely unreal. Big fan of that. Wide body, of course. GT350, all done up. Look at that splitter. That is insane. This thing looks like it's got all the aero. Coming down a little further, another GT350. Look at that. Again, ton of aero. Really, really dig that. All right, how about this? Little New Edge action. All done up. Wide body, square stance. Big fan of that. And the Mustang here as well. Look at this, El Mustang. EcoBoost all done up for road racing. So, again, a little bit of everything here in the Street Challenge booth. A lot of Mustangs represented, which I really like to see. All right, guys, so we're in the Cooper Tires booth here. Another S650. This one is pretty modest, I would say, as far as SEMA is concerned. The biggest change, of course, is that kind of burgundy matte wrap going on. Looks really good here with the bronze wheels. Big fan of that. It is a GT. It does have the black Brembos on it. Got some dry carbon goodies going on here, including the roof scoop. There's more of the bronze wheels. It's got that kind of dry carbon deck lid panel, in addition to kind of like a more basic spoiler here going on with this one. So, big fan of the color. It's awesome. Looks blacked out. Of course, our quarter window scoops. We know them. We love them over at AM. And you know, here's a better look again. They also have the bronze package with the emblem there. Plays nice with the wheels. So, all in all, I would say a pretty modest GT build here at SEMA, but pretty sharp. Well, guys, that's going to wrap us up here from the 2023 SEMA show for AmericanMuscle.com. Wasn't a ton of 2024 Mustangs here, I have to say, but the ones that we did see were pretty cool, and it's kind of neat to see the direction the aftermarket is going with these things. I have a feeling next year is going to be the show to be at for sure. But in the meantime, guys, we hope you enjoyed our content and our coverage here of the SEMA show for AmericanMuscle.com. If you dig it, drop us a comment. Let us know which one was your favorite, as always. In the meantime, I'm Justin. I'm out of here. Remember, for all things Mustang, keep it right here at AmericanMuscle.com.